Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to English Listen Easy. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. We're back, and today we have a very fun topic. I'm actually excited about this one.
Yes, but first, Jack, how are you feeling today? You look a little tired?
Tired? No, I'm just relaxed. Very, very relaxed.
You look like you just woke up.
I did kind of just wake up. I had a very early morning. I had to check a flight time for something, and I went down a rabbit hole.
What do you mean, a rabbit hole?
You know how you open one tab to check one thing, and then suddenly it's 2 hours later and you've been reading about airports in different countries. I looked up airports in Japan, then airports in Dubai, then the biggest airport in the world. It was a real problem.
That is so you, Jack. That is completely something you would do. What is the biggest airport in the world?
It's in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Well, by area, but by passengers, it's a different answer. Anyway, I spent too long on this. The point is, airports are fascinating.
They really are. And today's topic is perfect for this. We're talking about airports, English at the airport, from the moment you arrive at the terminal to the moment you land somewhere new.
A complete travel journey from A to Z.
I love this topic because airports are one of those places where knowing even a little English can make a huge difference. You feel so much more confident.
Right, and it can also be really stressful if you don't know what's happening around you. People are rushing, announcements are coming from everywhere, and everything is in English.
Yes. One time I was at an airport. I think I was about 20, and I could not find my gate. I kept walking in circles. I was too embarrassed to ask anyone for help.
Oh no! How long did that take?
About 30 minutes, and the gate was right behind me the whole time.
Emma, the gate was behind you the whole time?
Right behind me. I just didn't see the sign. I was looking for a big sign, and it was a small one up on the wall, a tiny little sign.
That is such a human travel story. I love it, and I feel like everyone has a story like that from their first trip abroad.
Everyone does. And listeners, that is exactly why we made this episode, so you never walk in circles like me for 30 minutes.
Let's start from the very beginning. You arrive at the airport. What's the first thing you do?
You check in, either at a check-in counter or at a self-check-in machine. Most airports have both now.
And at the counter, the most basic thing you'll hear is, "Can I see your passport, please?" And you say, "Yes, of course. Here you go."
Or sometimes they ask, "Did you pack your bags yourself?" That one always sounds a little suspicious to me, but it's totally normal.
It's a standard security question, and the correct answer is always yes, unless someone else packed your bags, which would be very strange.
Very strange. Also, how many bags are you checking in today? That's another common question at check-in.
And if you only have a carry-on, you say, "Just one carry-on bag. I'm not checking any luggage."
Carry-on is the small bag that goes with you on the plane in the overhead compartment above your seat. Luggage is the big bag that goes below the plane.
Exactly. And one thing people sometimes get confused about, the word boarding. It just means getting on the plane. Very simple.
Right. So boarding pass is the paper or the digital thing on your phone that lets you get on the plane, and boarding time is when they start letting people on.
They usually announce it over the speakers. You'll hear something like, "Flight 204 to Miami is now boarding at gate 12.
And then everyone stands up at the same time and walks to the gate, even though boarding hasn't actually started yet.
Every single time. Why do people do that? It happens at every airport in every country.
I don't know. I do it too. I hear the announcement and I just stand up automatically. It's like my body decides before my brain does.
It's a reflex. Anyway, gates. A gate is just the door or entrance where you get on the plane. The number is on your boarding pass.
And gates can change. That's very important. Always check the big screens around the airport because sometimes your gate changes and there's an announcement, but you might miss it if you have headphones on.
Yes, and speaking of things that can change, let's talk about delays. That's actually our word of the episode today.
Oh, wait, delay. What does that word mean exactly?
So a delay means something is late. It didn't happen at the time it was supposed to happen. So a flight delay means your plane is leaving later than planned.
So it can be a noun. There is a delay on my flight. Is it also a verb?
Yes, both. My flight was delayed by 2 hours. That means it left 2 hours later than it should have. Or they delayed the departure because of bad weather.
That happens so often. I feel like every time I travel somewhere, something gets delayed.
Me too. And the important thing is, don't panic when it happens. Just go to the information desk or the airline counter and say, "Excuse me, my flight has been delayed. Can you tell me what's happening?"
Or if you're not sure yet, you can check the departure board first, that big screen with all the flight information.
Departure board. Departure means leaving. So the departure board shows all the flights that are leaving and their current status, on time, delayed, or boarding.
And there's also the arrivals board. That's for flights that are coming in from other places.
Perfect. So if you're picking someone up at the airport, you check the arrivals board. If you're the one leaving, you check the departures.
I want to go back to delays for a second, because a delay can cause a real problem, like missing a connection.
Yes, great point. A connection is when you have to change planes. You fly from one city, land in another city, and then take a second flight to your final destination.
So, for example, you fly from Kyiv to Amsterdam, and then from Amsterdam to New York. Amsterdam is your connection.
And if your first flight is delayed, you might not have enough time to catch your second flight. That's called missing your connection.
In that case, you go to the airline desk and say, "I missed my connection because of the delay. Can you help me find another flight?"
And they will usually help you. It's not your fault the flight was delayed. Airlines know this happens all the time.
Exactly. And this is also a good time to use travel insurance vocabulary. But that's a whole other episode, honestly.
Save it for next time. Okay, let's also talk about passport control and security, because those two things can be really stressful for new travelers.
Passport control is where an officer checks your passport and sometimes asks you a few questions. Things like, what is the purpose of your visit? Or how long are you planning to stay?
And you just answer honestly and simply. I'm here for vacation. I'm staying for 1 week. Short, clear, relaxed.
Don't overthink it. Officers ask the same questions hundreds of times a day. They're not trying to trick you.
And security is a different thing. That's where you put your bags through the scanner and walk through the metal detector. You'll hear, "Please place all electronics in the tray."
Yes, they'll often say, please remove your laptop from your bag, or take off your belt and put it in the tray.
And shoes. Sometimes they ask you to take off your shoes, too. That one is always a fun surprise if you're not expecting it.
I once wore really complicated boots to the airport. Big mistake. I was standing there for 5 minutes just trying to get them off.
Oh no! Were people waiting behind you?
Yes, a whole line of people just watching me fight with my boots. I was so embarrassed. Now I always wear simple shoes when I fly. Always.
Smart decision. And I once forgot I had a bottle of water in my bag. They had to open everything and check. The whole line stopped because of me.
Classic mistake. You can avoid that by checking your bag before you leave home. Make sure you don't have any liquids over 100 milliliters.
The word avoid, it means to try not to do something. And at airports, there are so many things you want to avoid. Forgetting water bottles, wearing complicated shoes.
Arriving late? Airports usually tell you to arrive 2 to 3 hours before an international flight, and that's genuinely good advice, especially if you don't travel often.
Because check-in lines, security lines, passport control, everything takes time. And if your flight is delayed on top of all that, things can get complicated fast.
Speaking of staying calm and prepared, listeners, if this episode is useful to you, please subscribe to English Listen Easy so you don't miss our next episodes. We would love to have you back.
Okay, let's get on the plane now, because there's so much vocabulary just inside the plane itself.
Yes, when you board, a flight attendant might say, "Welcome aboard." The word aboard just means on the plane or on a ship.
And they'll help you find your seat. Your seat number is on your boarding pass, something like 12A or 34C. The letter is the column, the number is the row.
And on most planes, there are different sections. Economy class is the most common, that's the regular seats. Business class has more space, better food, and wider seats.
I've only ever been in economy, but I've read a lot about business class online.
Same. I always walk past business class to get to my seat and just look around for a moment, and then I keep walking.
It's a very different world back there in economy. Your knees are almost touching the seat in front of you.
And you're hoping, really hoping, but the person in front of you doesn't recline their seat.
The word recline, to lean back. When someone reclines their seat on a plane, your already small space gets even smaller.
It's one of the unspoken battles of air travel.
Honestly, it is. Okay, the safety announcement. Every flight starts with one, and it's very good listening practice.
Please fasten your seatbelt. In the event of an emergency, oxygen masks will fall from above. The life jacket is located under your seat.
Most people don't pay attention to the safety demonstration once they've flown a few times, but they probably should.
I always watch at least part of it, especially the part about the exits, because exits can be in different places on different planes.
That's actually smart. And when you need something during the flight, water, a blanket, more snacks, you press the button above your seat to call a flight attendant.
And when they come, you say, "Could I have a glass of water, please?" Or, "Excuse me, can I get a blanket?" Very polite, very simple.
You don't need complicated English on a plane. Just be polite and speak clearly. That's really all you need.
And then the flight ends. You hear, "We are beginning our descent." That means the plane is going down toward the airport.
And we will be landing shortly. Shortly just means soon, so start getting your things together.
After landing in a new country, you go through passport control again, and then you wait at baggage claim.
Baggage claim is where the bags come out on the big moving belt. You wait for your suitcase to appear, and then you grab it.
And sometimes it takes a really long time. I once waited 45 minutes for my bag. I was just standing there watching other people's bags go around and around on the belt.
That is a specific kind of frustration. You start recognizing other people's bags after a while. Oh, that blue one again. Hi, blue bag. Still not mine.
Yes, exactly that. But what's worse, waiting 45 minutes or your bag not coming at all?
Oh, that's the worst situation. If your bag doesn't arrive, you have to go to the lost baggage counter and report it.
You say something like, "I can't find my suitcase. My flight was from London. Here is my baggage claim ticket." And they try to locate it.
Usually, it shows up the next day or two, but it's stressful in the meantime.
especially if you packed everything in that one bag and now you have nothing with you.
Travel tip: always put one change of clothes in your carry-on, just in case. It's one of those things where you hope you never need it, but you're very glad when you do.
That is genuinely good advice. Okay, I think we've covered a lot today. Let's do a quick, relaxed recap.
So basically, we walked you through a full airport experience, from check-in to baggage claim.
Check-in, boarding pass, security, gates, departure boards, delays, connections.
The plane itself, safety announcements, descent, landing, baggage claim, the whole journey.
It's a lot of vocabulary, but the good news is you don't need to memorize it all right now.
The best way to learn it is to hear it in context, which is exactly what you just did. Your brain was already picking up all these words while listening to a natural conversation.
And here is our bonus tip for today. When you're planning a trip, even just for fun, even if you're not actually going anywhere, open a real airline website or airport website.
Look at the departures board. Read the words: gate, terminal, delayed, on time, boarding, connection. Just reading real words in a real context helps your brain recognize them much faster.
And the next time you're at a real airport, everything will feel more familiar, less scary, less confusing. You'll know what to do.
It's like a preview. Your brain processes new words much better when it's already seen them somewhere before, even on a screen at home.
Exactly. Okay, our word of the episode today was delay.
Delay, a noun and a verb. It means something is late or it happens later than planned. My flight was delayed. There was a 2-hour delay. Very useful word for travel, and honestly for everyday life too.
And here's your challenge, listeners. Write one sentence in the comments using the word delay. Keep it simple, something like, "The bus was delayed this morning," or "I always delay going to sleep at night."
Writing it yourself will help you remember it so much better, because when you create your own sentence, your brain connects the word to your own life and your own experience. That's real learning.
And that's how it actually works, not by memorizing long lists, but by using words in real situations that mean something to you personally.
All right, beautiful people, that's our episode for today. If this helped you, please like it, share it, and subscribe to English Listen Easy. It really does mean a lot to us.
And leave us a comment. Tell us about your funniest or most stressful airport story. We genuinely want to know. We read every comment.
Until next time, safe travels, beautiful people.
Bye-bye.